Hello and welcome to Sunday. It's technically Monday at like 2 in the morning, but let's talk about the long day we've had. So first thing in the morning, um, well today is my dad's birthday. It's also the Super Bowl. So yesterday we did a bunch of stuff at cousin's house. Kind of hanging out there a little bit, and then they would come over today, and we'll watch the Super Bowl. So the first thing we wanted to do, at least for his birthday, would be to have a cake and go out for a meal or something. So the beginning of the day, we had reservations at 12 for brunch, but before that, I was tasked with making the cake. So I just got some box cakes mix out of the pantry, made it, forgot to grease the pans, so one of the cakes really stuck to it, and then I just tried to fix it, and I think I did a good job. The cream cheese frosting that I did came out pretty good. I added some vanilla and vanilla paste, or vanilla extract and some vanilla paste, as well as one egg to that mixture, just to loosen it up a bit. I think it loosened up too much, but it firmed up in the fridge, so all set there. So after that, brunch was fine, but as soon as we got back home was when the cooking process began. So we needed to cook a bunch of wings. I cooked some potatoes, some stuffed shells were cooked. All of that took a couple hours trying to juggle things in and out of the oven, because everything is at a different temperature. Everything is at um, different times, so you're constantly shuffling things around, taking a lot of time. As soon as the last trays go in, hit the shower, and then the potatoes cooked for ever. Excuse me. And then after that, finally get around to game time. My brother has some of his friends over, so there's two parties going on. Party with in the basement with my brother and his friends, and then there's a party upstairs. Myself, my mom, my dad, and my cousins, all hanging out, having a good time, drinking beer, drinking. I think this rum, and then some Tito's, which I do actually have a bottle over here, but I will not be picking that up right now. Um, so yeah, had a great time. Super Bowl was actually pretty good. I was super tired, so I was kind of falling asleep, and then I was in Discord just chatting away with some friends, being doing color commentary. We were keeping track of how many times Taylor Swift showed up on camera, and how many times the Temu ad showed up, and we were by the time there were three Temu ads, there was maybe 4 or 5 Swifty sightings. So we were trying to see who would win the Super Bowl, and Taylor Swift ended up beating Temu 20-5 or something insane. And it was just hilarious trying to keep track of that. The ads were pretty good. I think my favorite would have been the one with Jason Momoa and T-Mobile. That was incredible. Um, and there were some pretty good ones, but the game itself, while it was slow initially, it started picking up, and there was just a lot of screaming in the house as it was going on. Oh, I even forgot to mention the big thing that happened. So typically Sunday is laundry day, as you know. So as I'm doing laundry, trying to get this done before we go out to brunch, and while I'm making the cake, the dryer breaks. We finish so typically I do separate the clothes into whites, darks, and colors. Whites finished no problem. The darks were in the dryer, and they had not, while I was baking, I heard a loud bang. I was like, what the hell was that? I was like, okay, let's just continue baking because everything seems fine. I went over there and see, it was the boiler, was it the machines? I'm like, okay, you know what? I have my hands covered in cream cheese frosting or whatever, so let me clean off my hands, and then I go just take a cursory glance. I'm like, okay, everything seems fine. So then I go back and I see that dryer is done, and then I reach in, and the clothes are still a little bit damp. I'm like, okay, that's odd. So then I try to spin it again for like, quick dry it or something. Doesn't spin. So I'm like, great. That's just what we need today. So hopefully somebody's coming tomorrow. Like, we'll see what happens there. But after that, I think that's the bulk of what happened. Super Bowl was fine. Everybody had a great time. We made a lot of food that we still have left over. Um, and from there, after the game, they just CBS went straight into the show Tracker, and um, I was like, why not? Let's stay up and watch this. And everybody I was chatting with on Discord was like, like also chatting about the show. So we are just like, we were doing live reactions to Super Bowls. Now it's just like, okay, what do we do? Let's live react to Tracker. And Tracker is a pretty good show. It's a very good pilot, and there's some very lovable characters. The main character is probably the least likable. He's still likable, but and then they're trying to like spin this ongoing mystery throughout for season one. And while it didn't grab my um didn't want to make me watch the second episode. It definitely like wanted like a lot of people in the chat like I was chatting with to be like, okay, let's watch the second episode, and like everybody's looking forward to seeing where the story's going. So we might make it a weekly thing where we just watch Tracker together and just live react. Seems like be a fun thing to do because we already do that for some Twitch streams. So either way, that's where we are right now. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a long day, so I'm gonna just go to sleep and catch you guys tomorrow with hopefully a fixed dryer. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, later.